Hey, what's up? Imagine this. You're lacing up your sneakers, ready to boost your heart health, but instead of sprinting out the door, you just walk. Yeah, walk. No gasping for air, no aching knees, just a steady stroll that could be doing more for your heart than running ever could. Sounds crazy, right? But hold on, because the science is about to blow your mind. If you're someone who wants a healthier heart without the grind of intense workouts, maybe you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, health conscious but not exactly training for a marathon, this one's for you. Today we're unpacking why walking might just outshine running for heart health. I'll share a couple of real stories, dig into some surprising research, give you a practical 7-step plan to make walking your heart's best friend, bust some myths, and wrap it up with a little motivation to get you moving. Ready? Let's hit the trail. Nice and easy. Let me start with my friend Diana. She's 42, a busy mom of 2, and she used to think running was the only way to keep her heart in check. Every weekend, she'd drag herself out for a 5K, dodging shin splints and wincing through sore hips. She'd see those runners on Instagram, all sleek and sweaty, and think, that's what I need to do. But here's the thing, Diana hated it. Her knees were always cranky, her schedule was a nightmare, and honestly, she felt guilty if she skipped a run like she was failing her heart. Sound familiar? Maybe you've been there too, pushing through workouts that feel more like punishment than progress. One day, Diana's doctor noticed her blood pressure creeping up and said, why not try walking instead? Diana practically snorted. Walking? That's for retirees. But she gave it a shot, and let me tell you, it was a game changer. We'll circle back to her story in a bit. So why are we all so obsessed with running? It's not hard to figure out. Running looks hardcore. You're flying down the street, heart pounding, burning calories like nobody's business. It's got this reputation as the ultimate cardio workout. Like if you're not running, you're not really exercising. Plus, we've all heard that no pain, no gain mantra, right? It's drilled into us that to get a strong heart, you've got to go all out, sweat buckets, maybe even limp home afterward. And yeah, running does get your heart rate up fast. It burns a ton of calories, about 600 an hour for a 150-pound person, if you're curious. It's got bragging rights, too. Tell someone you ran a 10K, they're impressed. Tell them you walked around the block, not so much. But here's where it gets interesting. That go hard or go home mindset, it's not the whole truth. For a lot of us, especially if you're over 30, carrying a few extra pounds, or just want something you can stick with without hating life, running might not be the best pick. Now let's talk about the surprise twist. Science is showing that walking can match or even beat running for heart health in a lot of cases. Don't believe me? Let's look at the numbers. A 2013 study in the American Journal of Epidemiology followed over 33,000 people for 6 years. They found that brisk walking cut the risk of heart disease by 9.3%. Running, it was 9.8%. That's right, walking was this close to running in terms of protecting your heart from things like heart attacks or strokes. Another study, this one from 2018 in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, looked at older adults and found that walking 150 minutes a week at a moderate pace dropped the risk of heart failure by 31%. Running didn't show a huge edge over that. The real secret isn't about how hard you push in one session, it's about showing up consistently. And walking, it's way easier to keep doing day after day. Why does walking work so well? Let's break it down in plain English. First off, it's fantastic for your circulation. When you walk, your heart pumps blood more smoothly, getting oxygen to all the right places, your muscles, your brain, your organs. Over time, this makes your heart stronger, kind of like giving it a daily tune-up. It also lowers your blood pressure, which is huge. High blood pressure is like a silent assassin for your heart. Walking can also cut down on LDL, that's the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries. Plus, it's gentle. Unlike running, which slams your joints with every step, walking's low impact, so you're not risking shin splints or stress fractures. Another big win, it lowers stress. When you're out walking, your body dials down cortisol, that stress hormone that can mess with your heart if it's always high. And let's not forget, walking's easy to do. You don't need a gym, special gear, or a perfect sunny day. You just step outside and go. Let me tell you about Joe, a 55-year-old accountant who's the opposite of a fitness buff. Joe never was into running, hated the idea of it. But after his dad had a heart attack at 60, he got nervous. His own blood pressure was creeping up, and he was feeling sluggish. His doctor suggested walking, and Joe figured, why not? He started with 30 minutes a day during his lunch break, just circling the office park, listening to true crime podcasts. No fancy workout clothes, just his regular sneakers. 6 months later, he went for a checkup, and his doctor was stunned. Joe's blood pressure went from 140/90 to 120/80, textbook healthy. His resting heart rate dropped from 80 beats per minute to 65 beats per minute, which means his heart was working less hard to keep him going. He wasn't training for a race or chasing a six-pack. He was just walking. And the guy felt good. More energy, better sleep, even a little pep in his step. That's what consistency looks like. So, how do you make walking work for you? I've got a 7-step plan that's simple, practical, and built for real life. Ready? Here we go. Step 1, aim for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. If that sounds like a lot, start with 15 and work up, no pressure. Step 2, keep your pace brisk. Think, I'm late for a coffee date speed. Not sprinting, but moving with purpose. You should be able to chat with a friend, but not belt out a karaoke song. Step 3, switch up your routes. Try a park one day, your neighborhood the next, or even a mall if it's pouring rain. Keeps it interesting. Step 4, wear comfy shoes. You don't need $200 trainers, but grab something with decent support to avoid blisters. Step 5, track your steps. A phone app or smartwatch works great. Shoot for 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. Step 6, once you're in a groove, add intervals. Try 2 minutes of fast walking, then 2 minutes slower to give your heart a little extra challenge. And step 7, make it fun. Walk with a buddy, call your sister, or join a local walking group. It's way easier to stick with when it feels like a treat, not a chore.
All right, let's tackle some myths that might be tripping you up. You've probably heard a few of these before. First up, isn't walking too easy to count as real exercise? Nope, not at all. The American Heart Association says moderate intensity walking hits all the marks for cardio health. It's not about going all out, it's about showing up regularly. Next question, do I have to walk super fast to get benefits? Not really. A steady pace, about 3 to 4 miles per hour, is enough for most folks. That's like walking a 20-minute mile. Another one I hear a lot, what if I don't have time for 30 minutes? Break it up. 3 10-minute walks spread through your day are just as effective. And finally, does walking actually burn enough calories to matter? Oh yeah. A 150-pound person burns about 200 to 300 calories per hour walking at a moderate pace. Do that 5 days a week, and it adds up fast. Let's circle back to Diana for a second. After her doctor's nudge, she started walking 30 minutes a day, sometimes with her dog, sometimes with a neighbor, sometimes just jamming to her favorite playlist. No more joint pain, no more dreading her workouts. In a year, her cholesterol dropped 20 points, and her blood pressure was in the healthy zone. But the real win? She actually looked forward to her walks. They became her time to unwind, think, or just soak in the world around her. She wasn't chasing a finish line. She was just living better. Here's another thing to chew on. Walking's not just about your heart, it's about your whole life. When you walk regularly, you sleep better, which helps your heart recover. You're less stressed, which keeps those pesky cortisol levels in check. You might even notice your mood lifting. There's something about fresh air and moving your body that just feels right. And for those of you worried about weight, walking can help there too. It's not as fast as running for burning calories, but it's sustainable, so you're more likely to keep at it. Plus, it's kind to your body. If you've got achy knees or a bad back, walking is not going to make things worse, like running might. Let's talk about how to fit this into your actual life, because I know you're busy. Maybe you're juggling work, kids, or a million errands. Here's a trick. Use dead time. Walk during your lunch break like Joe did, or park farther from the store. Take a call while pacing your driveway. Little moments add up. If you're in a city, try walking to a coffee shop instead of driving. If you're rural, hit a trail or just wander down a quiet road. And if you're stuck inside, the treadmill works, or even pacing around your living room while watching TV. The point is, walking fits you. No need to rearrange your whole life. One more study to seal the deal. In 2020, the British Journal of Sports Medicine looked at over 50,000 walkers and found that those who walked briskly for at least 150 minutes a week had a 20% lower risk of dying from heart disease compared to couch potatoes. That's not just living longer, it's living better. And the best part? You don't need to be a fitness guru. You don't need to look like a marathon runner or train like one. You just need to move. So what's stopping you? Maybe you're thinking, I don't know where to start, or I'm not in shape. That's okay. Start small. 10 minutes around the block. Build from there. Maybe you're worried it won't make a difference. Trust me, it will. Every step you take is a little gift to your heart. And unlike running, which can feel like a slog, walking's something you can actually enjoy. Picture this. You're out there, sun on your face, maybe some birds chirping, your favorite song in your earbuds. That's not exercise, that's living. Let's wrap this up. You don't need to run a marathon to have a strong heart. You don't need to push through pain or buy expensive gear. Walking's simple, it's sustainable, and the science backs it up. So, lace up those shoes, step out your door, and give your heart the love it deserves. Your future self is going to thank you. Oh, and one last thing. Hit that subscribe button for more tips on staying healthy without the stress. Now, go take a walk. Your heart's cheering you on.